and welcome to the I Am Meta Show. I'm Zephyra, the Medicure Doctor, with my co-host Malika, a breath of fresh air. Big up yourself, everyone. Big up yourself, Lady D, the Powerhouse Radio. Thank you all for being here today, viewing us. As we've always, aim to discuss health and wellness, spirit, mind, and body. That's what the I Am Meta Show is all about. And today we'll be discussing hydration, constipation, wrinkles, and how they're all associated. All right. So without further ado, I will say, we're going to go ahead and get started. Malika, a breath of fresh air. I know you have some information to bridge them on in today so we can get those minds opened up. Bring it forward.
Greetings, Medicare Doctor, and greetings, everyone watching today and listening in. Just want to say I appreciate you all for tuning in. Appreciate everyone for sharing with your friends, sharing with your family this broadcast. So today we're talking about hydration, constipation. Ooh, nobody likes to hear that word. And wrinkles. Okay. And what does one have to do with the next? So I would like to just give a little brief idea about hydration. So most people know that we are, as human beings, 70% or so approximately made of water. Okay, H2O, you know. So with that being said, it is very, very, very important for you to be well and properly hydrated. Okay. And a lot of people say, well, I drink enough water. And I say, well, how much do you drink? Because I want to know.
Yeah, right.
All these people drinking enough water. And they're like, oh, I drink about 4 bottles of water a day. And that's 16 ounces of water they're drinking each bottle. And that's not enough water, dear.
It's just not enough.
That is not enough water, So, and a lot of people drink even less, and they drink when they're thirsty. And a lot of times when you are thirsty and you perceive that your body is thirsty, your body is now dehydrated.
Yeah, it's already low. The levels are already low.
Yes, you are beyond the point where your body is hydrated. So you are underhydrated, which is dehydrated. So hydration is something that you actually can achieve in different ways. A lot of times people will say, oh, I drink my goal is to drink my body weight in ounces, or half my body weight in ounces, or 8 ounces of water 8 times a day, or something like this. And what's really important is for a person to know how much water is the proper amount for their own body, because all our bodies are individual. So hydration, how do you do that? Okay, a lot of people are like, well, I drink water every day. And that's great. That is one way to maintain hydration. Something that's important with hydration is what's called our electrolytes. And our electrolytes are different minerals in our body that help us to, on a basic level, because the Medicare doctor again can get into the details, but on a basic level, the electrolytes are the minerals that help our body to maintain a proper blood thickness or viscosity, and also help our body to produce electricity. That's why they're called electrolytes. So we want to have a proper balance of those. So simply drinking water every day definitely will help you, but there is a balance that needs to be maintained. So there are other things that you can drink, like coconut water, to help you with your electrolytes. You can even drink the water from different fruits, and basically just eat the fruit. So
And
hydrate.
foods, yeah,
Yes.
cucumbers, yeah.
Yeah, so the fruits that I really like, you know, everybody knows about watermelon. So
Watermelon.
watermelon is like 90% water, and that is a fruit that people can identify readily and say, oh, that fruit has a lot of water in it. And there are other fruits that actually have a high percentage of water as well. The Medicare doctor gave us one of them. That's cucumbers, have a high content of water. Strawberries, apples, oranges, they have high water content in them. Tomatoes have a high water content in them, and your vegetables. So your leafy greens, they have high water content, and that is why. That's one of the reasons why leafy greens. Why I love leafy greens. You know, your romaines, your chard,
Yeah,
your
yeah.
collard, your
They,
callaloo, your all your spinach, all your greens are very important. So they have high water content as well. So you
yep.
can get your water, you can get your minerals, and keep your electrolytes balanced by eating a good amount of greens for yourself. Okay, leafy greens, to help maintain your hydration. So you may not drink 8 glasses of water. You may not drink the actual half of your body weight in ounces, because you can be eating it. Soups are really good for that as well, and juices. So that's a little take on hydration, and get your hydration and the importance of it. So some of the reasons why hydration is really important. So hydration is not there only to make sure that your eyes, your mucous membrane, so your eyes, the inside of your nose, the inside of your mouth, and women, ladies, the inside of your vagina stays moisturized. It's also important for the functioning of your body.
Yeah.
Yes, the importance of your body functioning properly. So just know this: your brain sits up in your skull, and it sits on fluid. Okay, your body, that fluid is made from water, and if you don't have enough fluid to be circulating, your brain actually can become when you become dehydrated to the point where your brain actually sits down inside your skull, where it's supposed to float a little bit, and you can actually have some very serious problems from that. Dehydration is a problem because it can lead to depression. It can lead to anxiety. Dehydration can lead to stiffness, soreness. It can lead to stiff joints.
Yep. And muscles, stiff muscles.
Yes, sore muscles. And so another thing, that if you're not properly hydrated, you can actually experience you can experience extreme difficulty when it's time to exercise and move your body, because when you are dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker because it has less fluid to allow everything to move in a flowing manner. So when your blood is thicker, more viscous, it's more difficult for your heart to pump the blood and to move it around your body. And this actually causes difficulty that many people experience in exercising. And then also it makes it difficult for your body to release heat. Because when you exercise, you move around, you got your body pumping, blood flowing, you actually are producing heat as a natural byproduct of the chemical process that are happening in your body at a rapid rate from the movement. Now, what happens when you're dehydrated? Your body doesn't have enough water to actually move this heat out and cool your body down to a normal operating temperature. And you can overheat. You can get heat exhaustion. Like, there's just so many reasons why you want to hydrate yourself. So I'm just going to leave it at that for now. And let's check out Medicare Doctor has.
Yes.
Break down.
Yeah, man, Malika, I give thanks, because what the information you just gave was just very broad, and it's even in the first 10 minutes of the show. And I would like to say to our viewers, thank you for being here. Take notes. Jot down some main points where you can further your research. And when you want to further your research, put your topic into your search engine and put a comma and put a medical university that's really worldwide with a lot of professors doing a lot of deep studies. And you'll be able to get your information on that part there. I'm going to turn this volume down over here because I have two devices up here. Hey, big up yourself, Zem. Big up,
hey,
Queen.
Zem.
Queen
Thank you for watching.
Queen of the South. Yeah, that's the soul queen of the South right there. Anybody want to know? That's her right there. That's Queen Zemi. Yeah, that's who I take my notes from. That's who I learn from. You know, I always got a teacher. I'm a great student. You know, but we're speaking about hydration and dehydration while we're at it. Hydration is so very important for many reasons, not just to quench a thirst. And like we've already discussed, by the time you reach a thirsty space or place, you're already too low in fluids. You're already too low in water, H2O. Let's be specific, because a Coca-Cola, a Fanta orange soda, that's, they're all fluids and liquids, but does it hydrate the body? So we now have to make some choices, especially when it's hot outside and you think you're drinking a sugary drink, you're quenching your thirst. You're really not. You're actually making yourself more thirsty with all that sugar, right? So, but there are a couple things. Some people will say, drink 8 glasses of water today. That doesn't necessarily go for everyone. Mm-hmm. We all have a different body weight. First of all, we're all biochemically unique. Yes. Secondly, we all have a different body weight. Even if we might have the same numbers, our parts are even varying, you know, but we're not the same when it comes to certain things. So when we drink water, one thing we need to know, we need to drink half our body weight in ounces. Mm-hmm. If you're 200 pounds, you need to at least be consuming 100 ounces of water per day, just to keep your body hydrated. And speaking about that, hydration is more important than just quenching the thirst. Mm-hmm. We have a urinary tract, right? Don't we pass urine every day? Matter of fact, if there's anyone out there that has a trouble or a challenge urinating every day, you know you have a medical condition. You're probably already in treatment, under doctor's care and all that. Because when we can't release the fluids, there's a problem. And a lot of times, if we're not taking in enough liquids, H2O, water, to push things through and move things right along, we're going to run into all kind of roadblocks. We'll get into one of the main roadblocks in a little bit. But right now, we're going to speak about the different things that hydration helps us with. The urinary tract is one thing. Now, you ever notice your urine maybe a different color at certain times, maybe after you had a night of bashing, or when I say bashing, I mean partying, okay? I'm not saying anything else. I mean partying, having a good time out with friends, family, right? So, and when you probably do a lot of drinking, when you come in the next day and you may go to the bathroom and urinate, besides it being foamy if you had some drinks, but you will also notice it may be a coloration, a discoloration in there compared to how that clear, transparent color usually be. The darker it gets, the more your body is signaling, hey, I need some water. Things are getting too concentrated in here. Yes. Malika pointed it out. Yes. It gets too gooey. It gets too thick. So when things get thick and try to come out, let's talk about that now. What happens? That's what we call the point of constipation. Yes. There's not enough fluid in the body for you to defecate, to release fecal matter. So if you're sitting there thinking, I don't like water, whatever, put a piece of lemon, lime, grapefruit, orange, crush some berries, cucumber, make it nice. Make it to however you like it. Make it to, quench your taste buds. But you can add things to water. You don't have to just drink plain water. With all
Right.
this, right? With all this nice stuff around. If you're in the kitchen making smoothies, you can get creative with your water as well. Get some jugs of water going. You can actually put things like cilantro and parsley in there. And I don't know about anyone else, but when I have fruits in the water or veggie in the water, when I'm drinking the water, when it hits my mouth, I eat it. Yeah, I go right
Yes.
in. I eat it. I
That's
surely
a
do.
good point.
Yeah, it eat it because it done soaked up all the water, especially. And we did mention some foods with water. And it's not like I'm going in any particular order, but since we've mentioned it, I do want to I have a list prepared here. So if you want to take some notes, great. I think it'll be even better if you further your research, but we'll give you enough information. But tomatoes, cabbage, zucchini, strawberries, we've heard that, lettuce, and don't buy if you just want water, then you'll go and buy the iceberg. But if I'm going to buy lettuce, I would buy a lettuce that have more benefits than just water.
Yes.
So you have the red leaf, you have this, that, whatever your choice may be. Just make sure it's natural and not the GMO, right? But we have cucumbers, which is one thing I love. Even for tired eyes, I have this little blend I do with cucumbers for tired eyes. I do eye patches, and it really helps with that because it hydrates.
Yes.
All right. So I have a nice little blend for that. Bell peppers. Summer squash. And I love squashes anyway, especially when you want to put them in some broth or something. Celery.
Patches.
When you buy the celery, that's always squirting out that juice, that water, because it's real watery, right? Berries, especially blueberries, are great. Blueberries are great for the kidney filtration system. And we're going to get to the kidney filtration system in a moment as well, because it all needs water to function optimally. So when you're sitting here, you prefer to drink this and that and not drink this water, we're going to help you to understand how much your body is required to have it so that you will know how important it is for you to drink it. Right? Yeah. So to your water, you can fill up some jugs. I prefer glass. I like cute glass, crystal, big jugs and stuff like that. And I like the little serving glass that goes with it as well. But slice some fruits up. Make it a habit. Melons. You can do melons, especially that watermelon. But melons are great. But watermelon is the melon that has the most water content. Lemon, lime, orange, grapefruit. I mentioned that before. Slice them up. Drop them in that mug, in that jar. Right?
Yes.
Fresh mint. One of the best things you can put in there. Crush it fresh and put it in there. You can actually smell it as you're drinking it. And that aromatherapy gets going as well. Crush those berries. Ginger.
Oh, I love ginger.
Crush it up and put it in there.
Yes.
It's going to really infuse your water with some benefits that the body needs. And you're also getting that H2O. There are 4 things our body needs to even continue to move forward and dwell in life here on earth. Oxygen, potassium, sodium, and water, H2O. Without those 4, we cease to exist. Those are the 4 things that are necessary. And yes, I said sodium.
Yes.
Because when people think, oh, I can't eat this salt because I got high blood pressure, don't worry with Aldo. It's not the salt that's raising your pressure.
Right.
It's the sugar. It's the sugar. You just don't know it. It's the sugar that's raising your pressure. But that's another day's story. And the salt, maybe if you come off the lap salt and use more sea salt, diversify your salt, sea salt, Himalayan, things like that. But Don't go in and the store and get them lab salt what they make and, giving you this friction of what is. So water follows sodium in the body. So wherever sodium is, the water will follow. That's why it's necessary. Everything has to do with everything. Everything is interconnected. I've mentioned this on a show before, Michigan and Smiley, when they sing that song, The Bone Man Connection, and they said this bone connected to that bone and this and that and the other. Everything is connected. All our systems, all our functions is associated. I'm going to mention something about dehydration. See, digestion. You better have something to push all that stuff through, especially if you packing it in every day with a whole lot of heavy substance like beef and those type of things. Beef don't even have fiber. It doesn't even help you to push things through. It just sits there until something else come and do the work. That's why a lot of people may get stacked up and blocked up. You have to know the foods that you're eating and what the content is, and think about it. Is it good for your cell? Does it feed your cell? And even so, I'm going to take a moment to say, does it feed your melanin cell? Because we have different requirements.
Definitely.
We have different requirements. And that urinary tract, which is also part of the filtration, the body filtration system, that's how we release fluids.
Yes.
Which has a lot to do with the kidneys.
Yes.
So guess what? We're making all kind of connections right now of why water, hydration and water are important, and why dehydration should be something that you look into if you are dehydrated, because it's going to affect more than one thing. Also, it helps with metabolism. So you're helping the liver.
Yes.
With water, you're helping the liver. It also helps to regulate blood pressure. Yes. The body's pressure and the blood pressure, the body's temperature. I would say our body have a temperature like a thermostat that prevents us from overheating. And just so you would know what that is within the body, the adrenal glands is that body's thermostat, I would say. That's the one. It sits on the kidney. It's like a bean shape, but it sits on the kidney. Well, more like a triangular type gland, but it sits on the kidney and it monitors the body's pressure and all that. So when you have a surge of anxiety, the adrenals immediately pushes out one of its most famous hormones, the adrenaline. It's a stress hormone, and how you handle the response to stress. And you maybe say, oh, I'm not a stressful person, I'm taking it easy. But when you're driving home from work and somebody cut you off and you're cussing them out, that raises your anxiety. It does impact a little stress because you go into defense mode. When the body goes into certain modes, let's say that when the mind go into certain modes, your body's going to respond.
Yes.
And when it comes to fight, flight, or fright, your body, they take over whatever you were thinking about. You can be the happiest person right now and you see a mountain full of lava come rolling down about a mile away. You're going to go into a different mode right away.
Definitely.
So the body shifts just like that. Water helps to monitor the body's pressure. Why? Because the adrenals need it.
Yes.
And you know what? I know we got a little intermission coming up soon. So I'm going to speak about something when we, on the latter part of the show, of a couple of things that are interconnected within the body, must functions together, pairs and triples and all in a sequential order, things that need to function in the body. And we need to stay hydrated for these purposes. We need to make sure we're maintaining our HTO levels, keeping it high. And don't think because you're going to be drinking a whole lot of water means you're going to be hydrated. You can't drink too much either.
That's right.
You can't drink too much either. And we're going to touch on that a little bit. Right? So big up the Powerhouse Radio, Lady D. Big up yourself.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean.
One Bottle Care full range of products embodies fundamental nutrients necessary to maintain beautiful and healthy hair care without having to combine an assortment of hair care products. The one-by-one care products are designed to rejuvenate, moisturize, create shine, fortify, and stimulate hair growth while leaving your hair feeling weightless and luxurious. Be sure to visit our website at www.onebywankaya.com and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at One Bottle Care. Let's get your healthy hair care journey started today.
Yes. Thank you, our viewers, for joining us today. Thank you so much. This is our third time on here, and we look forward to every Sunday because we want to know what you want to hear about, what you want to talk about. Keep in mind, there's a like button with this video right here. There's a comment line. There's a share button. Hey, like, comment, share, subscribe. Okay, check us out every Sunday, especially if there's something that you particularly would like to hear about or to have us present some information on. Let us know in the comment section and we'll consider it. We'll throw it into our hat of where we pull out every week, and it might come up and we'll let you know that you're the one that requested it. We're going to big you up. So, all right. So, Malika, I know there's some things So let's get into
it. So there is so you touched on earlier about our urine color. Oh, it seems to be having a delay or something. So you talked on the urine color and our kidney function and hydration. And so I wanted to make a connection for people with drinking the water and their kidneys. So when we drink water, a lot of times people guzzle it like, they drink it down. They just go. And they drink it really quickly, especially if they've been out in the heat or if they've been exercising. They just take it to the head, as we say. And this actually is not the best way to drink your water. And who knew there's a proper way to drink water? Well, yes. Okay. There is a best practice, the best way to drink your water. And that is to actually sip your water and make sure. So sipping your water, or drinking smaller quantities and holding it in your mouth for a little bit of time, get a little swish action, and then swallow it. Because what you're doing is, yes, you're preparing your body for the intake of the water. You're letting it know water is coming. Prepare and absorb it. When you drink the water straight away so rapidly in that guzzling fashion, you don't allow your body the opportunity to receive the water. And what happens is the kidneys are like, oh, there's too much water coming in. We don't know what to do with all this fluid. And so it just pushes it out right away. And that's why you have to use the bathroom and go pee right away. And yes. And people will say, oh, well, my pee was clear. Well, was it clear because you just guzzled down 10 ounces of water in 30 seconds?
Yeah. And
go ahead, sis.
Go ahead, dear.
I was gonna say that's not a healthy form of way to drink water, and that's not that's not the time to say, oh, my pee is clear, so I must be drinking plenty of water. No.
We were speaking about the too much water.
Mm-hmm.
It's called hyponatremia.
Yes.
When you drink too much water. A lot of athletes, especially professionally, when they're always working out and they're drinking a lot of water, sometimes they have some challenges with some of those levels. When you drink too much, you're flushing so much sodium out of the body, it becomes a deficiency.
Yes.
And we need sodium because water follows sodium in the body.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes it deplenishes your sodium storage when you drink too much water. And there's a lot of it just happens when the electrolytes and everything becomes a little too diluted. So refrain. Yes. All you have to do is get on a scale if you have one. If you don't, if you go to CVS or Walgreens or Walmart, anywhere around a pharmacy in any one of those stores, they usually have a little scale there. Just step on it. See how much you weigh and just know intake half your body weight. It's going to help you to prevent dehydration.
Yes.
Okay. It's going to help you to prevent that. And it helps us to keep food moving in digestive tract. So if you're a heavy eater, for one thing, a heavy eater, for one thing, and you're not drinking enough water, can you just imagine? It's almost like it's a chore for the body to try and push this stuff through.
Yes.
It needs to flow. If it's not flowing, your body is working too hard.
Definitely.
If it's not flowing, your body is working too hard. It's too much work. And when you put a lot of energy into one area, you're going to take that energy that's necessary for some other physiological functions to be performed. It'll be lagging here and there. Mm-hmm. I did mention when we return after that, and quick big up, I was going to mention some things because we mentioned the adrenals before, because the adrenals need water. The kidneys need water because it's all part of the filtration system of the body. And that's how we release, our waste products, I would say, through the urination. That's the fluid part of what we need to release.
Yes.
Besides that, the adrenals. Woman, we have an axis within our body. It's called the OAT axis. It's the ovarian, adrenal, thyroid axis. Let me spell that. AXIS axis. It means it has to function together to work. If there's a challenge with the adrenals, even if it's a dehydration, it's going to affect the thyroid. It's going to affect the ovaries.
Yes.
Because we have an ovarian axis that's connected to the adrenal. for more than one reason. I know there are quite a few people who don't like to drink a lot of water. I'm thankful that one thing, I love water.
Right.
My children love water. My grandchildren, I don't care what their mommies say. When they're with them and they're spitting it out, you know, whatever, fine. When they're with Grandma Zephyra, they drink their water. Because I put little berries in there and they be like chasing that berry.
Yes.
Drink water before they get to the berries. See? Right? So
Yes.
Grandma, you know how to do it. Big up yourself.
Yes.
Big up yourself. Give thank us said to commit. Yes. So we have to know hydration is important. It's like very important all the way around. And like I mentioned, the adrenal have several functions. Well, or it performs several functions for several other things to occur in the body.
Yes.
And if you start stressing out on that, how are you going to manage those stress surges? How are you going to manage those road rage moments? How are you going to manage those moments you don't have no discernment whatsoever? Matter of fact, you're not even thinking with the logical side of your brain, right? So we have to know that being hydrated helps us to maintain a level of fluidity, I would say, within the body, because we need that. 65, 70%.
Yes.
That's a lot of fluid. We should be mastering fluids and balancing it within our bodies. We should be mastering that.
Yes.
Because that's what's going to keep us going. Right? I'm going to touch on another thing and I'm going to turn over to Malika real quick. But the adrenal secretes adrenaline. I want you to know that. But I would love for you to keep a list of things or topics we're discussing so you can further your research. Look into it. Yes. Because this kidney, the kidneys help to create hormones which help to produce red blood cells. Yes. Yeah, we'll touch on it, said we definitely will. You probably missed the earlier part because we did, but we'll retouch on that. We definitely will, dear. Excess fluid intake. Yeah, we just actually spoke about it.
Yes, we did.
Hypernatremia, the effects of it. But the kidneys create hormones which helps to produce red blood cells. The kidneys are like the motor to me of the body's filtration system. It has to do its function for that urine to move forward. Let me put up my little thing here because I think I have a little message. Let me see. Hold on.
Okay, so while Zephyr's getting that together, I want to read a question from Osset Kemet.
Yeah.
She asked, can you talk a little bit about the symptoms of excess fluid intake and how to control water retention and prevent damage to our renal systems? So this question has come up, and our sis Zephyr, she was saying that yes, we have covered it and we will touch on it again. So thank you so much for your question, your inquiry, and we will take care of you.
Yeah. And we just actually passed through that, but we'll touch on it again a little bit before we, transition out for the next show. But the urinary system that we're speaking about, because it's speaking about hydration, the urinary system needs it. The body filtration system needs it. We need the fluids so things can be flushed. The urinary system is what helps to release waste material from the body. That's what it does. And that everything has to be set up and placed in a certain place and in a certain pocket in that bladder so it can be emptied out. Everything has a process. And hydration has a lot to do with things to keep flowing in the body. A lot. If you're dehydrated, you sometimes you feel parched.
Mhm.
Your skin is like dull. You're not going to see that glow. You're not going to see that shine. Matter of fact, water helps to lubricate your joints, your tissues.
Yes.
So when you get up from the bed or get up from your couch or whatever chair you're sitting in, and it sounds like some old crookedy, go, the bone them crack, you have to stand up for a minute and catch yourself before you walk off. Hey, check your water levels. Are you drinking enough water? And don't say, yeah, I drink a gallon a day. Hey, that may not be half your body weight in ounces.
Right.
And it all depends on what you're doing during the day. If you're working out all day, if you're in the sun all day, if you're eating a lot of sugary foods, it's going to have you all thirsty. Mm-hmm. You may think you're drinking water, but your body is already in a deficit.
Yes.
So that gallon is probably just bringing it up to the base level.
Minimum.
You need more. Pile on some more. Just add some stuff to it. And I prefer things in glass bottles compared to plastics. I really do. Yes. Because when you see an expiration date on a plastic bottle, it's not for the water, dear. It's for the plastic bottle.
Yes.
So be very cautious of what you're purchasing your water in, how you're getting your water. If you have a stream or let's say one of those little, you go to like some of the rivers and they have little trinklets of water you can get, it's kind of clear. Just put some shungite in there. Shungite purifies water. And shungite is a carbonated, I can't even say it's a crystal, but it's a carbonated type of ore. Matter of fact, I got a whole bunch here. Yeah. Speaking about it, I have a whole little bunch of little ones here. These are shungites. They're real carbonated. All right, let me see if I can get it there. You can see them. You drop these in 32 ounce, one of this in a 32 ounce of bottle. It'll purify your water. So if you have to drink water from somewhere that is not a pipe in the home, or even if it's a pipe in the home, you want to purify it, put some shungite in there. Any water that you're trying to purify or clear all the energies out and all of what is in there, the shungite, it does great for that. So that's another little tip. Yeah, we call it black water because it actually changed the color of the water to reflect its carbonation, right?
That is
so, but great. I have a bunch of this stuff. And it comes, matter of fact, just so you would know, I would love to support my brothers and sisters, no matter what part of the globe they're in. I would love to support it. I do know someone reached out from London that may have some of these, and I'm looking to, check it out. But this gift came from Russia, where there's a town called Shungite or Shungai or something. And this is where a lot of these ores are located. So this was a gift from Russia. Okay. So, but I am going to look into some brothers and sisters soon, because this does a lot. It has a lot of other energetic entities as well, or energies, I would say. So maybe on one of the metaphysics talk show, whenever that time comes, we'll touch deeper into crystal energies and the ores and things of that nature. So Malika, what else you think they should know about it? You want us to go ahead and answer and respond to Osset now? Osset Kemet?
I wanted to just give her a brief answer, and then she definitely can catch the replay. But when we drink too much water, and it's called hyponatremia, we can experience a number of side effects from that. And some of the side effects you can experience are fatigue, you can experience nausea, you can experience like where you just feel a sense of overall weakness, and you can feel dizzy, you can get headaches,
confusion.
Yes, all in these, and then even more severe things if you have continued to push past your limit. So how you can help yourself to balance out and not drink too much water, not induce hyponatremia within your system, is to make sure that your sources of hydration are diverse. So yes, drink your glass of water. As Zephyra said earlier, add some citrus fruit juice to it, add some herbs crushed up to it. And you can also hydrate from your foods, eating the whole fruits. You can hydrate from vegetables, leafy greens, cucumbers. You can hydrate from soups.
Yep.
And you can also hydrate from, yes, you can also hydrate from coconut water. You know, coconut water is like the best natural, one of the best natural ways to hydrate your body, because coconut water does have electrolytes in it. And I know people drink sports drinks a lot to help themselves with hydration after working out and things like that. I have not found sports drinks that doesn't give you something you don't want, in addition to giving you what you want. So I recommend coconut water for your workout.
Coconut water. And guess what? It tastes even better. Guess what? It tastes even better when you're drinking it out the coconut like this. If you can't turn it up like this and drink it, you ain't get it yet. You ain't get it. You know, you got to go till you get to that point. I don't care if you got to travel to an island somewhere to do it, just to feel the experience of it. But it's a powerful energy when it's done. But but you were saying, Malika, we're listening, man. We're listening, taking notes, man.
Yes. So we don't want to overhydrate ourselves. And I just want to say that most likely you just have to know, pay attention to your body. You know, we are all individual bodies. So pay attention to your body, learn your body. When you research something, you know, you research housing, neighborhoods, you research banks, you research this company, that company, for whatever you want to buy from them. Research your own body, okay? Do analysis and experiment with your own body as to how food is affecting you. Once you learn what a food is good for, once you learn for what a food can be harmful with in excess, or when you're not eating enough of that, then see how your body effects are showing up when you eat that or you don't eat that. Okay.
Journal it.
Same thing.
Assess yourself for 30 days.
Yes.
Assess yourself for 30 days and see exactly how your body is. Matter of fact, when you pay attention to the body, you'll realize more and recognize more and see more of the symptoms. A lot of times people brush things off.
Yes, this is true. But something that you were talking about earlier, you were talking about the skin, and that it will be like dull, or it will be you won't have that shininess.
It'll be wrinkles.
It'll be wrinkly. Yes.
You'll be like 20 years old looking old.
Right. You want to be able to keep yourself hydrated so you don't start walking around with wrinkles prematurely.
Early wrinkles and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I think, you know, scientifically speaking, I think we age quick. Like 100 to me should just be like a milestone. It shouldn't be like people ready to step out, like one foot on the grave, one in the banana peel, you know. I think it should be a milestone. And I think hydration has a lot to do with it. I think we age quicker when we're dealing with dehydration.
Yes.
I think the ages at one point used to go beyond 100. Now people are barely hitting 40, 50, 60.
Yes.
70.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, chipping out. It has a lot, though, if you really think about it. When you change a process of whatever you're doing or let's just say whenever we decide to change a process in our life that we see that we need to improve on. Do a little journal, take some notes so you can see how it is actually working or how it's manifesting in your life. Once we start to pay attention to these things, then we know you can do a pinch a pinch test. I hope
Just a
anybody
pink,
out there
a pink.
that look, you know what? That might just have been a little message from the universe or someone.
Right.
So be careful of any kind of urinary test tomorrow on your job if you have that kind of job. Okay. It just came out, and I feel it's more of a message, not that I'm misspeaking,
Yes.
because it's a message. It just flowed right out like bam.
Mhm.
But I really want to speak about the pinch test. You
Yes.
pinch like this. If it flips right back,
hey, you
then
good.
it tells you your level of hydration. But if you pinch and it don't flap right back and it sit on there for 2 days, then you need to drink some water, dear.
Woo,
You need
2
to drink
days.
more water. If it don't flip right back and it takes a
Yes.
minute to suck back, it means that you need more water in your system.
Yes.
Identify these things. It'll help your body to actually work more optimally if we do. Darker circles under the eyes, tired eyes, and all that itchiness sometimes come from a lack of. When you see people that it's like really red and dry, and an ophthalmologist or an optometrist might say, well, dry eyes don't really have anything to do with this, that, and the other, but whatever. Some doctors speak on a medical level, and I try to just stay on a science level because that's how I learned. That's how I learned to keep it scientific, keep it factual, not in any kind of degree of to say, well, I'm only going to say it because of this. I'm going to say it if it's the fact, if it's a scientific fact, because I can prove it in science.
Right.
When I start talking all this other stuff, if you can't prove it in science, then I don't want to hear it. If you can prove it in science, it's fine. But if I can prove that I can handle it naturally, there's nothing to discuss after that, right? So what we're talking about is just really helping ourselves to get into a natural way of doing things and promoting and maintaining healthy skin, healthy levels, pH balance. Our body's balance depend on it. So, well, we're going to speak about our viewers. Malika, I'm gonna go ahead and have you close it out for us, and we'll be ready to turn it over because coming up 7 p.m. you got that smooth groove going, that vibration, that vibration with what? Lady D, with Blossom, with Cool G. They coming up at 7. So we're gonna go ahead and close out until next Sunday so we can big you up.
Yes. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for our questions the question that came through. I'm so appreciative of everyone tuning in to us. So here we are on the I Am Meta show and dealing with healthy nutrition, wellness, and metaphysical sciences and topics. And so just come and join us on a Sunday afternoon, early evening, and we are going to share our knowledge and information with you on how you can stay well, stay healthy, and to increase your vitality on this show. So join us every Sunday. Medicare Data and Malika, a Breath of Fresh Air Underwood here on the Powerhouse Radio Show. And you can also see us listen to us on thepowerhouseradio.com if you don't want to listen through computer, and that way you can get us on your phone. So remember to like our videos, remember to share our videos, tell your friends about the show, how you enjoyed it, and write into us at the Powerhouse Radio Show email so that we can hear from you what you want to talk about, how you like the show, things that you would like to have us discuss, and things that you and your family members were discussing while watching the show. Just let us know how it went. We appreciate y'all, and just everyone take care and have a beautiful day. And we turn it over to Lady D, the Powerhouse Radio Show. And thank you.
So, and send your topics. Send topics that you would actually like to discuss once it's in the realm within health and wellness, spirit, mind, and body, because spirit, mind, and body is an axis. AXIS. One ain't gonna function without the other. So you might as well let's just get everything moving forward, lifting all the vibrations up. Send us a topic that you would like to hear about as far as a discussion. It's a 1 hour program, so you know we have information for you. You can do it on the comment section of this actual video or whenever you view it, if you're not viewing it now, but put down a comment section below, or you can send us a chat on whatever venue you're viewing it on. But send us a chat and let us know that, you know, you have some topics that you may want to touch on, or you may want us to touch on, just so we can bring it to light. And we have been getting in a lot of nice, great information or requests. So we're going to keep an open mind and just try to plug it into the different shows. Every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am Meta. Health and wellness, spirit, mind, and body. Okay,
Yeah.
so send an email. Send an email over to the Powerhouse Radio at gmail.com. And the Powerhouse Radio is DA Powerhouse Radio at gmail.com. Send your emails if you don't, you know, if you're feeling a little stage fright to do a comment. You know, send it to the email if you want to, you know, a little more discretion, but let us know that you're watching, you're, you know, thinking about what we're saying, and you have some information to share with us as well. Thank you, people. Love.
Thank you. We want to say thank you to Zim319. She says, thank you, sister. So we appreciate you. We thank you as well.
Pick up yourself, Queen Zemi, every time. Yes, every time. That's the soul queen of the South. Tell him I said so. Pick up yourself. Love.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean.
The Hinkson Firm's mission is to provide superior legal service in the areas of family law, child welfare law, general legal services, and mediation by keeping convenience of the client at the forefront. The Hinkson Firm's goal is to eliminate the stress of an already intense situation in your life by coming directly to your workplace and or a location close to your home for consultation, meetings, and mediation. The Hinkson Firm customized legal attention based on the needs of each client while treating every client with the dignity and respect they deserve, while fighting strongly and fiercely for justice and their legal rights. The Hinkson Firm can be reached at 470-499-4704. One by One Kia full range of products embodies fundamental nutrients necessary to maintain beautiful and healthy hair care without having to combine an assortment of hair care products. The One by One Kia products are designed to rejuvenate, moisturize, create shine,